Well, here we are with Emilia. This is another conversation class that we are having. Now she's in Europe, right? She moved to Europe. You moved to Europe, Emilia, you and your family, a few months ago. I don't remember exactly how long. How long have you been there, by the way?
We have been living here for about 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
We arrived in July, and we are living in a small town, which is called El Burgo.
How does it feel to move to another country?
Strange. At the beginning, you wake up thinking all the time, is this real? Am I actually here?
Yeah.
In my case, I really wanted, and I really, really wanted to have this experience.
Of course.
But yeah, then after 2 or 3 weeks, you start to realize that, okay, this is real, I have to live here. And it's a completely different experience.
And listen, about living there, the immersion into another culture. What do you think about that? What can you tell me about that, about being immersed in the culture?
Well, I think in my case, it's a natural process, and it's taking place in that moment. You can imagine the amount of things that you learn without being aware of that you are learning,
Yeah.
It's a really growing up process, changing process. All the emotions are involved, and you have to keep them really in control if you want to sustain here.
You said something interesting about this changing process that we need, right? To get used to, in a way. How much time you think you need to get used to living in a foreign country?
I really wouldn't know how to answer that question, but something that I've heard is before 6 months, something like that, living in a foreign country.
And I know that you have traveled a lot around the world, you and your husband. But this is different, I think, right? Living is not the same probably as traveling. Tell me your opinion on that.
Before living in another country, I used to think that just traveling was the best way to discover other culture. But now it's completely different. Living here, you start to discover things that otherwise you wouldn't.
Correct. Yes, traveling is fantastic. It's fantastic. But the thing is that when you live in another country, that's my experience, you get involved, right? And you start talking about things that local people talk about, right? That's my opinion on that. If you had a chance to move again to a different place, would you do it?
Yes, definitely. I will do it.
Okay.
And I will do it despite all the anxiety that was involved in the process, that sometimes is really involved in the process because it's so emotional and so stressful. It's crazy, to leave an empty home in your country. Is a really hard situation to live, but I don't regret. I definitely will do it again.